Hey guys, so in today's video I want to share with you 3 of my favorite high-end highlighters. Highlighters have become super popular and important in a makeup look, and I was kind of late to it just because I didn't really have any at the time whenever it started getting like a little popular. I only had one, and one of those is one of my favorites, so I'm going to show you that one. I'm going to show you 3 of my favorites that I think just look so good, but also they're all high-end products. So I do, or I will, or I can do a drugstore version of this because I do have mainly drugstore highlighters, but today I just wanted to share with you my high-end ones, also because I'm wearing one today. So the first one is the one that I've had for years, and this one is by NARS. This one is the Albatross, and this was the very first highlighter and probably the only one that I had for like two years, and it's like the only one that I had. And this one is a white highlighter. I don't know how old or how long NARS has had this out, but for sure I've had it forever. And this one is a white type of highlighter. It kind of comes off a little yellowy once you apply it. Like when the light hits it, it looks a little yellowy, but I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for you right here. And this one is more, it's a little bit powdery. Like there's some highlighters that look kind of wet or very creamy even though they're powders, but this one is more, it's more on the powdery side, but still it gives a very pretty glow, and it also just looks really nice on makeup that's not over the top. So if you want something more natural, you can go really light with this, or you can also go really extra with it and it'll really show up. This one though is kind of expensive, but it's been worth it. I've had it for a very long time. Still have plenty of product left. The next one is from a little palette that I have. This one is the Becca Afterglow, and I've used this in so many of my videos. I think this whole year, well, not just 2017 but also like 2016, I used this so much. This one is it's in the name Moonstone, and you can tell it's the one that I've used the most. So it does come with this palette with blushes, and then this is a bronzer, and this is another, I think that's a blush, shimmering skin perfector, I don't know, but the one that I use the most is the Moonstone one. Now most of the time, or sometimes if I want like a more pigmented look or more of a wettish look, I have to apply a primer water or some type of water, or spray something with on my brush. This is the brush that I always use for my highlights, and I always have to apply a little bit of powder if I always have to apply a little bit of spray if I want that one to show up more intense. But it does it on its own. It's a good product. It's also kind of powdery, but it does it on its own. So if you've ever heard of Moonstone from Becca, I know they have it in a single pan also, but since I have the palette, I just have this one. I haven't got the single one, and I don't need to. I still have a lot of product left, and I've used it a lot, even though it's like a little bitty pan. So the last product is going to be a palette, and this one is one of my newest products. This is my newest, like if I made this. This one's the Anastasia Aurora Glow Kit, and it comes with 6 shades. The one that I'm wearing today is Spectra, and what I've been doing with these is mainly kind of, it depends. If I'm wearing that color eyeshadow, I do match it up, and it looks good. Like I've used the blue makeup, blue eyeshadow, and I used this blue highlight to kind of pair it up with, and it just looks really nice. I don't know, maybe not a lot of people like to do that, but I do. I've also used green on my eyes, and I paired it up with this one, and then today I'm wearing more of like purple tone on my eyes, so I'm wearing this one, and I think it matches like nicely. It goes with it. It just like kind of flows. So you can see it on the side, like whenever I turn sideways and like the sun is hitting me more because there's a window right behind me, you can see that it does look a little purpley, but it's not too much. You can make it too much. Oh, you know what? I didn't even swatch the Becca Afterglow highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and just do that because I just talked about it, and since I'm not wearing it, you can't see it, but this is the way that it looks. Nice pigmentation, looks shiny, it looks kind of like wettish, but it looks a lot better. Actually, I'm gonna spray it with my setting spray. This one is the Pixie Makeup Mist, so I'm just gonna spray it so you can see. Oops, too much. And I put a lot, but I didn't even hit the highlight. So let me do it one more time. Way too much. We're gonna do that again. Take 2. So we're gonna do it one more time. Swatch it. Now it swatched a little better because I had the water underneath, but okay, so I can't spray on my hand, obviously. But that's the way that one looks. Going back to this one. So this one has 6 shades, and all of these are really, really, really pigmented. So they are going to show up a lot. And in my review, if you saw my review of this palette, I will link it right here and also in the description box if you want to watch it. But in my review, I said that this one was the most powdery out of all 6 of them, and although it is true, that's the one that I've used the most, just because it looks more, not natural, but it looks more like it matches more of my makeup looks, just because it's not a certain color. So for these, I mean, you really have to pick and choose what look you want to do with it, or what you want to pair it up with. Like today, purple, so it goes. But I don't know if this would go with another look. Like, I guess it depends. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to match it. You can wear whatever you want. But I find myself using this one the most. Even though this one's a little bit similar, it's more peach. So I do like this one a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you. Actually, I'm gonna swatch just Spectra. No, I'm wearing Spectra. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all of these. So if you didn't watch that video, you can just see the swatches on these. So I'm gonna start with the first 3. You're gonna notice that it's like really easy to put these on. So this is the first shade, the second one, and the third one, which is the one that I'm wearing today. There's no need for me to put any primer water on that on top, even though I do, just to set my makeup. And I don't know, it just makes my whole makeup just look nicer, like not so powdery. So I do use the primer water, but you don't need to, not with these. So next I'm gonna do the green one, the blue one, and the dark peach one. This is the green one. It's like greenish yellowy. The blue one shows up really, really blue. It's like, when are you gonna wear that, right? But I've used it already plenty of times. And then that's the dark peachy one. Oh yeah, at first, and in that video I even told you, I was like, when am I gonna wear those colors? Or you might be thinking, when are you gonna wear those colors? But I've worn them more often than you may think. Like the purple one, the blue one, and the green one. I really didn't know like if I was sure I was gonna use them a lot, but I have been. And like I said, today I'm wearing the purple one. It looks really nice, and I can also make it look even more. Just for today's look, I really liked the way that the purple one was gonna look. I already knew, like I had it in my mind that that's the one that I wanted to use. These are my top 3 favorite highlighters. The NARS one, the Becca Moonstone, and also, I know this one has 6, but overall, just the product itself, like the quality of it, it's my favorite, the Anastasia highlighters. Now, I haven't tried any other kits. I haven't even swatched any other highlighters that she has, but just to know that, you know, I have 6 in here is it kind of lets me know that, you know, they're good products, her highlighters. So yeah, those were my top 3 favorite products for highlighters. Hopefully you guys liked this video. Let me know below which ones are your favorites. I haven't tried a lot, and I think I've told you that before. Like, I don't have that many, but let me know which ones are your favorites, so that way I can check them out. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Also, I didn't talk about the brush that I use at all, but I know it's kind of hard to find a highlighting brush. This one's my favorite. I've tried a few other ones from the ones that I do have, but this one's the one that I like the most. This was the Real Techniques setting brush. And yeah, I was just making sure that it was a setting brush, but it works for me. And I have seen people use like a very thin highlighting brush, which I would like to use it. If you have one and you know which one would be good, or if you have a favorite highlighting brush, let me know which one it is. But this one's just the one that I have, that I use all the time, and it works out fine. But I have seen like that little thin one. It looks like a eyeshadow brush kind of. It's just a lot longer. But yeah, just wanted to share with you which one I use for highlighting. I've had this one for years, and I still haven't taken off that plastic. Look, still there. Nice brand new mirror.